Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Will C Garage. If you're going to tell from the title and thumbnail, we're doing Aki's coilovers. If you can tell from the mess on the floor and everything all over the place, we already started this. How long ago, Aki?
It's been 2 weeks.
We started doing these coilovers 2 weeks ago. Why, you may ask? We just wanted to get familiar with the whole process so we could show you guys a little bit better. So we started on the other side, and we got the rear done, and the front. Would you like to tell them what happened with the front, Aki?
Why tell them when we could show them?
Let's see what our test run came out to.
We have 99% of it good. But since I'm doing the adjustable control arms, we had to take out this bolt. This bolt, see, it's threads here. There's no head on this side. Bolt snapped.
Yeah, it snapped. Why? We're not going to disclose.
156,000 miles, let's just say.
So we snapped the bolt, and then when we were trying to take this bolt out without, doing anything stupid, we managed to do something even more stupid. We cracked the knuckle. Pretty big chunk.
Yeah, it's like a loose tooth, when you were a kid?
When we're going through this, I'll show you what Jason did to take this problematic bolt out. Yeah. So now we have to replace this entire, this whole knuckle. So this side's basically chalked. The rear is done, though.
The rear is done, yeah. Let's go show you that.
The rear already looks like it's going to be pretty low because
It's in the air, and there's only a fist.
Yeah.
When it was off the air, there was a fist.
What we've got to do now is, for the video's sake,
for what we're going to show you now,
we're going to be doing the front side and the rear. We already unboxed everything. Yeah. Maybe if I took some cinematic shots, boom, cinematic time. Nice.
It came! It finally came! The big one.
First thing you're going to want to do is get your nice coilovers out, admire them, their beauty. Then you're going to jack up your car, take your wheel off. We've already gone up to that step. So now is where the good stuff begins.
So the first step is removing the sway bar end link, which is one 13mm, and then a 16 socket and wrench. Then you just loosen it, remove these two. That'll let this drop out of the way. The 13 is on the top.
Oh, and before we started this, we had been soaking every single bolt that we could in WD-40 for like a week leading up to this. A week? How long? How long was it?
It was about a week.
Aki was soaking everything in a week. So that's the only reason that this was somewhat easy, basically. If you don't cover everything in WD-40 before you do it, it'll be a lot more difficult and you'll probably be messing up bolts. So a lot of WD-40.
Preparation is key.
Preparation is key. Oh, the 13's off.
Now you get the 16. Oh, never mind. It's not a wrench. You'll see when I pull it out. You gotta just hold. And then it's like this.
Yeah, like that. There we go. What we did is we just jacked it up a little bit. Jack's not really on, it's kind of on a bolt there. But we jacked up the suspension so we could take some of the stress off, and then we knocked it down with an extension, I think it was?
Yes.
It's an extension. Next. So the second thing we're going to take off is this
sway bar end link.
What size is that?
16 as well.
Pretty long bolt, brother.
Okay. And then you just push this out the way.
Third thing you're going to want to do is take off this bolt that holds the fork to the control arm. That is a size
18, I think, if I remember correctly.
Crazy guess. Is it?
Yeah, it's an 18.
Boom, it's an 18. Do you have to hold the other side?
Yes. You have an impact gun at your disposal that could be used.
Or a cordless ratchet. Something that we should probably invest in.
We'll see.
I don't think we'd be in half the predicaments if we just had one of those. 18 on both sides.
Again, this will not be this easy if you don't WD-40 for like a week and a half.
Oh, that's out of the way. Now,
you go to the top of the car.
So this side is a little bit more work than the other side because we have to move this reservoir out of the way.
One of the top hat bolts are hidden behind this cover over here. Just draw this out with a screwdriver.
No snack today, Angel? After. This is crazy. Bro, I have a giant.
Oh, but
As usual, Angel finessed something off. So the cover's off. And that's one bolt. These bolts are size what?
well, it's no longer a Phillips head anymore.
Didn't we move this for your downpipe?
Ben put it back on, so he put it on with like 16,000 Newton meters of torque. Shout out to Ben.
Ben greased his Albanian brother.
This is why we have Angel. Right now that that's off, the reservoir should just lift up out the way. Move off this side so you get access to this bolt. I believe that's an 18? 16.
16 millimeter. Not a 16. It is a 17.
one. That's two. The one's over here. Need an extension for that one.
Good job. With those 3 bolts out of the way.
Now you get your trusty pry bar.
Pry this top hat out of where it's sitting. And there's a...
Right here, a little dowel pin holding it. So you got to try to take it off of this.
On the other side, it was extremely annoying. Oh, it actually came off a lot easier than the other one. That's what you have to pry the top hat off of if you want a better visual. Hold on. Focus, camera. There we go. That thing.
Now that this is like this, to get the coilovers off, you remove this and this side, and they swing out the way so that you can pull the coilover onto this side. Those, I believe, are also 16.
Quick sidebar. Probably going to be in the middle of us taking this thing off. But there's a bolt here. So right here, there's a large bolt. This one right here. As you can see, it's already out because we had already removed it. On the other side, this is what gave us problems. We snapped this and then we broke the knuckle. So it gave us a lot of issues. I don't know if it's going to give you guys a lot of issues, but I'm going to include a clip of Jason removing this where he basically just held one side with the wrench and he took the impact on the other side. He went in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out until it came all the way out. There's a lot of different methods of doing it. He also put a lot of wrenches to put pressure on this washer right here as he was taking it out and put more pressure, more pressure, more pressure, more pressure and impacted it all the way out. But this gave us a lot of problems. So we just let Jason do it. I'm going to include that clip so that you guys can see, but you can follow one of those procedures or follow what Jason did and take it out. But be very careful.
To do it. I'll buy you a case of White Claws.
You know, I've said quite a few times that we should keep things organized, but every time we start something, we just end up putting things absolutely everywhere. Zero, not a hint of organization. So I would advise you be a little bit more organized. If not, you do you. Wrench on one side, ratchet on the other.
Now that that's up, I should just swing out the way, and then you move on to the other side.
Again, organization is very low here.
Chill.
Oh, that's the... Yep. And this comes out with the wrench. That one falls out of place. And then, now everything is detached. Upper control arms, the top mount, the fork. And you should be able to pull this out. Just like that. Simple.
As you can see, the BC Racing coilovers didn't come with top hat.
Right, so you have to put your existing top hats onto the BCs. So your top hat is under a lot of pressure from the spring, and we want to remove that. If you remove the top hat without compressing the spring, it's going to shoot off and you'll probably like lose a couple fingers. You don't want to do that. So we got some spring compressors from Harbor Freight. We're going to compress the spring, and then we're going to take this nut off. You're going to need one of these. Pretty sure these are called strut wrenches. They call it offset box wrench at Pittsburgh. So you're going to need one of these because you have to hold this steady while you take the Allen key. Wait, what?
You have to put an Allen key in there and then loosen it with the wrench.
Oh yeah, you hold it straight with the Allen key.
If you don't have the Allen key and you want to do it the ghetto way, you could get a vice grip and put it right here to
And hold
this,
it right.
Because what the Allen key does is holds it still while you take the nut off.
So yeah, Allen key, and then with one of these special wrenches, you're gonna loosen it. Stubby 21 extension. Our key just put the impact on it, and it came out.
The impact was just supposed to loosen it. But I guess that side just wanted to give us problem on top of problem.
We literally...
We had to go buy wrenches.
Yeah, to get that side out.
Get the Allen key and everything. But no, this side just said, you're good, bro.
So I guess just take that bolt off.
Yep, that bolt's an 18.
If it gives you problems, again, do what we described earlier.
If it doesn't, just impact it off.
All we really need is a top hat.
Yep.
And that's all. As you can see from what we've already done, this is what your final product is going to have to look like. Top hat's on the strut. We're going to show you how to do that now.
So for the BC coilovers, I don't know if it's for any other coilovers, but it comes with a new mount for here. And to remove this piece, if you ever remove the tire, it's kind of the same way, like dealing with a low profile tire. You just get one flat head, poke it in through there, get it on top, and then get the other one and just walk it around and pry it off. All right, now that you got this off, you go grab the BC coilovers one. Just like putting a tire on. Just walk it around the edge.
So that's the new BC mount.
Right.
That allows this to seat properly.
Like that.
Done.
Like this. Of course, always use the new hardware. And that sits like that, which lets it sit flush. Now that you have the top hat on, you put this back on, get the nut, and tighten it up. So now you get the wrench and Allen key combo like we talked about before. It's a 5mm Allen. Click, click.
Yeah, definitely just clicked on.
Torque it to the German spec. Good and tight.
So now that you've got your strut all assembled, all you've got to do now is reinstall it. The suspension also has a dampening feature, as you can see, and you can also adjust the ride height, as we all know with coilovers. But since we have such a slew of troubles on the other side, we're going to wait until we've resolved all of that. And then when our key goes for an alignment, we'll make another video of lowering it, doing the dampening and all that stuff. So you just got to put it back in now. Stay tuned for that video. I think you should put the fork bolt in first, right?
Yeah.
Which one could it possibly be? We're so organized. Well, since we're so unorganized, we don't know which bolt came off of this, so we rewinded the video and found the bolt. We just don't know about the nut. But all the nuts are the same, so I don't think it should really matter that much.
And if it does matter, tell us in the comments.
Yeah, before our key's front suspension falls off, please tell us what nut goes there. We've got quite an assortment here, though. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're smart. You know the deal? Hold one side of the wrench, ratchet the other side. Broken ratchet.
Torque it down later.
Eh?
I said we'll torque it down later.
What do you mean later?
When we get everything else in.
Okay. Okay, that's loosely in. So now we're going to put our control arms back into place to secure the strut into place. Damn, bro, how hard is it to put a bolt in?
Don't line up.
This guy's got a catastrophic oil leak and he's over here doing coilovers. If I could show y'all the amount of times that this has leaked oil.
These are all allegations. I will beat the case.
Well, I have my evidence just right here.
Bro. I'll hire O.J. Simpson's lawyer.
That's definitely not oil right there, isn't it?
We'll see.
You also got adjustable control arms, as you can see here. I don't know if we showed these before, but we were going to install these before we had all the mishaps on that side. So we're just going to do the coilovers now, and then after we get the knuckle here, we're going to do the control arms in a separate video. So if you want to see a video on how to do the control arms, adjusting the camber and all that, subscribe and wait for that video to come out. Okay, so now that we have the control arms and the bottom bolt on the fork on, what are we gonna do now?
Now we gotta lift the suspension up to support it, since there's a substantial gap now.
Yeah. He wants to secure the top hat.
Once we have the top hat secured, we can put everything else on.
Okay, yeah, he's right. Wow, he's right for once. All right, top hat time. So now while you're jacking the suspension up, or we're gonna have to jack the suspension up, we're gonna try to get it back on that pin that was holding it that I showed you guys before.
I got it caught on.
Right there. Jack
Okay,
it.
it's in the hole
Yeah.
now.
Damn, Aki.
Alright. I put the pretty bolt up here. Click, click. Click, click. Click, click. Alright, now that those are torqued to spec, I think it's fitting on the other side.
Yeah. Jack this up, put the bolt in. Fairly simple. Ratcheting wrenches would be nice. Okay, with the sway bar tightened. Now we're gonna do that tie rod. Yeah, that's not supposed to happen. Every time we looked at the kid's suspension, I was like, Aki, you really gotta get something for this, bro. He was like, no, bro, it's good, it's good.
Where's the above suspension, huh? Alright, then. See, you pulled it in.
One bolt left, and that's the entire front.
Yeah.
Beautiful. In a future video, are we doing these control arms? Stay tuned. And that's everything, right?
Well, besides this, but
Besides what? Oh. That bolt is gonna give us PTSD for the rest of our B7 careers.
I swear to God.
After a quick dinner break, we're back. We're gonna put the final bolt in, which holds the control arms tight.
Yep.
The one that we had a little bit of bad history with on the other side. Cut to that. Snap bolt, broken knuckle. It's just not a fun bolt. We have a jack clips that we're taking off tension, so it's a little bit easier to put this bolt in. All tight?
Yep.
So that is all you have to do to put BCs on the front. Now we are going to do the rear. Damn, bro, watch your paint.
Don't worry about it, bro. Look at the quarter panel, bro.
Yikes.com.
That was not. Now that we're on to the rear. Well, first you have to take out the inner fender liner.
Oh yeah, we already removed
We
that.
already removed that. So now to remove the strut, 1, 2, and then down here, 1 on this side, and put a wrench on the other side, and just back it out. The top bolts are 13s.
Don't bash your charcoal canister.
Ow, oh, that hurt.
Pristine condition. My suspension is good, bro.
It'll be on Facebook Marketplace if anybody wants to buy it.
Now we have to remove the spring. Tactic for that is you drop your subframe a little bit. So there's one bolt here. And there's one bolt here. You're probably gonna have to remove this cover, or because Aki cares so much about his car, I'm probably just gonna bend it back like this. Drop the subframe a little bit, and then the most important part is making sure this spring moves in the right direction. If you move it to the right, it'll be very difficult to get it out and move it to the right. So basically what you wanna do is take it out this way where there's nothing. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get the spring compressor, we're gonna spring it as much as possible and take it out this way and hopefully get it out that way. On the other side, we struggled because we compressed it and then it accidentally fell that way. And it was a really big pain to get it out the other way. So compress it and make sure it comes out this way where there's nothing, away from the exhaust. This is the rear spring, the stock spring, and this is what's going on. And then you have even more adjustability after that. So it's gonna be pretty low. I'm gonna reference a TikTok here to show you what Adam P did.
The patching's done by Hernando.
Who is Hernando?
I'm Hernando and I'm scared of nothing.
At We'll See Garage on TikTok.
You should probably follow us. You'll see bloopers of whenever we do stuff.
And behind the scenes.
So we're gonna loosen the subframe. We started tensioning this a little bit, but we're gonna do the subframe bolts. That's the first one. Just as I predicted, Aki does not care about his car, so he's just gonna bend it over. Don't care. Oh yeah. That's it.
Now that that's nice and tension.
Well, as you can see, the spring is pretty compressed now.
There we go.
So that's how you remove the rear spring. Make sure that hook is on it properly, the bottom. Oh, that top one is dangerous. Our spring is out, our strut is out, and now we are going to assemble the strut. What you want to do is you want to take this mount off, and you want to mount that on your new BC strut. So with your vice grip, holding it like this, put it on the floor, and use your gun. You want to hold this? So that's how that comes out. And you remove this like that, and now you want to transfer this onto the strut. Here you go, sir.
Thank you.
That goes on top of that.
There was no special procedure for this one?
No. We've got the strut assembled, so we're just gonna put that to the side. Now we're gonna put the spring in first so that we have more room to work with. So the way you're gonna put your rear springs in, the BC coilovers come with this bottom. It replaces the stock one. You put that right over here, and then the spring goes in like that. The adjuster piece goes on top, and then you have the stock rubber thingy, and you put that there.
Yeah, to try to finesse it into that.
And then when you're reinstalling it, this hole is gonna line up with another hole in there on top, somewhere up there. That's the order of
operation.
Obviously you can see here that when you're trying to put this in, there's not a lot of room to work with. So what we did on the other side was that we max lowered this so we had more room to work with, and we put it in, and then once we had the rubber mount back in, we raised it back up. So that's what we're gonna do now, using the tools that are provided.
You know that, right?
Yes, I know.
Okay. And then
So we spun it all the way so that we have room to work with now. And would you look at that? It actually goes in now. Lowered it just enough for it to get up into its place. Tight?
Yep.
All right, so that's in its place now. Take the bolt out. Take the bolt.
No, that's good.
Got it?
Yep.
Good one. Tighten this bolt up. Hold one side, ratchet the other. Okay, use the gun on this. You got it all done. The spring is in. So now all you have to do is the subframe bolts. And that concludes the rear. With the spring in and the strut in, all that's left to do is drop the car, adjust our heights, adjust our dampening. But because of the predicament that we got ourselves in with this side, so when our key gets that part, we're going to replace the knuckle, put the coilovers on this side, and then we'll be done. And then we'll drop the car, put it on the floor. But until we
get the knuckle,
that's it for now. We'll pick the video back up when we have this part. Aki and Angel. They managed to mess up taking off this wheel bearing, so they had to get a new one from Advance Auto, apparently. And now it's all back together. Sneak peek at the upper control arms. Now we're going to do the other side. And then it'll be on the floor. Everybody out the way. How's it going to look? Oh my god, that rear fitment and the front. Oh, the rear looks so good.
The rear is perfect. The front needs to be a little bit lower.
Nah, it's like 2 fingers.
Wait till it settles. But
Oh,
this, my
snap.
God.
That looks good.
Yo, the fronts are pretty even.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was only like one click off each. The front. That's the rear. Oh my god, it's sitting so good in the rear. There's literally like a 2-finger gap. Ow. How many fingers over here, bro? 2 fingers in the front too? Bro.
That's what I'm saying. It's like perfect, bro.
Let's see this side.
2 fingers.
You know, the toe might be a little weird on this side, but fine. We'll fix that.
Sorted.
2 fingers, barely 2 fingers on this side. Oh, the rear on this side is only 1 finger.
Yeah.
But damn,
I'm
that's...
have to lower that one.
Adam is a rear professional.
Make all of them 1 finger.
Nah, he needs to drive it on New York City roads, bro. After a bunch of torment, hopefully the wind is not too bad. We finally made it outside. Car's on the floor. Look at that. This side is okay, sorry with this one. The rear on this side is basically perfect. This is what BC came with. These are the heights. This is the rear on this side. This is the front on this side. This is the other side. Like a finger gap there. A finger gap there. I'd say this is the side that's like functional. You know, you can drive it without worrying about hitting anything, scraping anything, bumping anything. But that's it for now. Hope you guys enjoyed the video.
Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.
Listen.